University of Science and Computer Technology STEKOM University in Semarang, Indonesia for the webinar international event Why We Need Engineer Now More Than Ever. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Novita and I will be hosting you for today's event. Now, please let me welcome our special guest for today. Welcome to the Honorable Dr. Mursal Nasirov, as a senior lecturer at Department of Mechanics and Mathematics from Western Caspian University, Azerbaijan, to the Honorable Mr. Engineer MD Safaet Hossain, as a additional director and head Department of Computer Science and Engineering from City University, Bangladesh, to the Honorable Mr. Wibi Ardi Alvianto, as a lecturer of Visual Communication Design Department from STEKOM University in Indonesia, and last but not least, also to the honorable guests and audience today. Before we begin, I have a few housekeeping notes here. Today's session is being live streamed on Universitas STEKOM YouTube channel, and for today event, we will start with Indonesian national anthems and continue with the opening speech by Dr. Teguh Santoso as a rector of STEKOM University. And the next session, we will start with the main event presentation by our special guest today and continue with the Q&A session and take a picture for documentation, and last, time for closing. Further, for the square of this morning agenda, we will sing our national anthems. For the operator today, you can start this session today. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, first now we will invite to the most responsible person for the conduction of this Skill International event to give an opening speech from Dr. Teguh Santoso, represented by Mr. Migu Nani MCom as a head of department from Information System Department. Yeah, for Dr. Migu Nani, the time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Novita. Greeting to all participants and also the honorable all students and all audience. Allow me to represent the counselor to take this first opportunity to pay tribute to all the audience of this international webinar entitled Why We Need Engineers Now More Than Ever. Organized by the University of Science and Computer Technology, STEKOM University, in collaboration with Western Caspian University from Azerbaijan and City University from Bangladesh. Welcome to the Honorable. In the first one is Dr. Mursal Nasirov, as a senior lecturer at the Department of Mechanics and Mathematics from Western Caspian University, Azerbaijan. Number two is engineer MD Safaet Hossain as additional director, IQAC and head Department of Computer Science and Engineering from City University of Bangladesh. And Mr. Wibi Ardi Alvianto MPD as a director of student affairs and lecturer of visual communication design department from STEKOM University, Indonesia. And last but not least, also to the honorable guests and audience. We are so glad to have all of you on this memorable occasion today that you will present insightful ideas according to your fields of expertise in these reputations. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to this international webinar. This event will improve the knowledge and experiences of all participants and provide significant scientific contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope through this webinar international event, we can get more information about why we need engineers know more than ever. To conclude, I would like to thank the International Affairs Organization of STEKOM University for making this webinar international event. And finally, I wish you to enjoy the program today and for participants to get new knowledge in the session today. Thank you and enjoy this event.
Thank you very much for the conduction, Mr. Migunani. And we will go to the main event for today, our audience. If you have any question from the speaker, please add them in the chat and we'll be to answer some of the during the Q&A session after each speaker already presentation. And each presenter today, we will have about 30 minutes for presentation. Now, let's please welcome our first presenter, Mr. Engineer MD Safaet Hossain, from City University from Bangladesh. Yeah, for Mr. Safaet, the time is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So it's a great pleasure for me, good afternoon, to welcome you all to this highly anticipated webinar, Why We Need Engineers More Than Ever. Today, we gather here virtually, connecting from different corners of the world, united by our shared passion for this very interesting and very important topic, why we need engineers to more than ever. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us today. Your presence signifies your commitments to knowledge, learning, and staying at the forefront of your respective fields. This webinar serves as a platform for us to come together, exchange ideas, and explore the latest development trends in the field of fourth industrial revolution and upwards. So at this moment, may I request to allow me for share screen. Yes, I can share my screen. Okay, is the slide is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and may I audible to all? My sound is clear here?
Yes, is everything perfect?
Okay, thank you. So let me start at the beginning. This is the month of June. So I gladly remembered the day, which begins on the 15th June 2022. This is today is the 26th June of 2023, our 1 year celebration of international collaboration of Memorandum of Understanding with the STEKOM University. So we have started this collaboration in the 2021. This is the 2 years of celebration. I just welcome from my heart that this is a 2 year celebration with the STEKOM University MOU collaboration. And here the George Rector, the University of STEKOM, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor at University, both of our were present at that moment. This is the very interesting scenario of that Memorandum of Understanding Day. And City University gladly informed that the international collaborations MOU with the foreign universities. The first university was the STEKOM University, Indonesia, Wuhan, the Institute of Technology, China, City University, Malaysia, University of Malaysia, Paris. And we have already the 5 universities co-organizing international conferences and journals. Today is a very important day because we gather for the international webinar, Why We Need Engineers Now More Than Ever. And I'm gladly welcome Dr. Mursal Nasirov from Azerbaijan, Wibi Ardi Alvianto, the Director of Student Affairs from Indonesia, and the MC, Anggi, Novita, and Fabriana, and Dr. Joseph to allow me for today's international webinar. I'm MD Safaet, Additional Director IQAC and Head Computer Science and Engineering City University. This small presentation, I would like to mention that why we needed engineers now more than ever. So, you know, the engineers play a vital role to develop these universities, these industries, and the new world. It's a crucial role in shaping and advancing our society, and their contributions are particularly essential in the present era. I shall mention some reasons behind this, the need of engineers, and the skilled peoples are required in the industry, in the job market. And your universities are the most important part who plays the graduates for the industries and accommodations. They are the civilian who play crucial roles for shaping the advancement. The point number 1 is the technological innovation. We all are in a technological revolutions where 4th industrial revolution like artificial intelligence, robotics, cybersecurity, and the upcoming satellite communications are in the area of technological innovation. And engineers are the forefront of the technological innovations. They are the driving the programs in field, updating, doing the research, the renewable energy, AI, biotechnology, nanotechnologies, and automations. They are an instrument in developing solutions to complex problems and improving the quality of life for individuals and communities. Even using a handset, this mobile phone, is make your life so easy. Using that, you can purchase, e-commerce, buy, sell, gathering, reservations, everything in and on phone. You can communicate with them throughout this world as well. This small phone is actually developing with the new smartphones with a small size, with more capacity and speeds. That this technology will actually work at the back end. The engineers, the computer engineers, electrical engineers, electronics engineers, technologies, innovation, they are actually first frontier to developing these mobile technologies. Sustainable and climate change. Addressing climate change and achieving sustainability are pressing global challenge. Engineers are vital in designing and implementing sustainable practice, developing renewable energy sources, creating energy efficient infrastructure, designing green building and implementing clean technologies to reduce environmental impact. We all are facing in this year the global warming. You know, these different countries faces more than 40-degree upper temperatures in Bangladesh and other countries as well. So in that case, we are using the technologies things, and these are emitting the reasons behind the global warming. So we people, we the engineers, look forward for the sustainable and climate change, the green environments, and the reduce less emitting of the worms from the words. Infrastructure development, second point, as populations grow with urbanization and increase, the demand for efficient and sustainable infrastructure becomes more critical. Engineers are responsible for designing, constructing, and maintaining infrastructure systems such as roads, very big bridges, water supply networks, waste management system, transportation networks. Their expertise ensures the infrastructure projects safe, resilient, optimized for efficiency. And this is required for infrastructure development. Healthcare and biotechnology. So we all are facing in 2000 and 2001, the 2 years have been all the blockades because of COVID-19 pandemic that highlights the significance of medical and healthcare engineers. The world's become stops more than 2 years because of the COVID-19 situations. Engineers have been instrumental to developing vaccines. This is the only COVID-19 vaccine in the history that comes very fast within the 2 years of the outbreak. Engineers have been instrumental developing vaccines, designing medical services, improving diagnostic tools, creating advanced prosthetic, enhancing healthcare delivery systems, and addressing future healthcare challenges and advance. This kind of COVID and others very pandemic might come in the near future. We engineers should be ready. They have to find out some biotechnological improvement so that this kind of pandemic situation we may overcome in our near future. Data security and privacy. Next point. With the increasing reliance on technology and the internet, the need for robust cybersecurity measures has never been greater. Engineers specializing in cybersecurity play a vital role in developing secure systems, encryption algorithms, and protocols to protect data, network, critical infrastructure from cyber threats. Next point, global connectivity and the communications. Engineers contribute to the development of advanced communications, technologies, and networks, ensuring that people around the world can connect, collaborate, and access information seamlessly. Today is that day. Say this is a webinar, and from the different countries, from Azerbaijan, from Indonesia, from Bangladesh, they're connecting 3 different countries in a same platform. This is obviously a very vital point that seamlessly we can work together. We can share our knowledge. Our different countries' peoples comes in one single platform. From improving internet connectivity to developing satellite communication system, engineers enable global communications and bridge the digital divide. So women's are lag behind. So we need to, for the inclusions, women's need to be included in this forthcoming global connectivity and communication for better improvement and development. Disaster mitigation and resilience. Engineers play a crucial role in mitigating the impact of natural disaster, building resilient communities. They design a structure, develop early warning systems, and implement measures to reduce the vulnerability of infrastructure to earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, and other natural hazards. Their expertise is essential for minimizing loss of life and property during disaster. Disaster management is crucial. You have a proactiveness for this disaster mitigations. In conclusions, engineers possess the skill, knowledge, and expertise required to tackle some of the most pressing challenges of your time. Their innovation thinking, problem-solving abilities, and commitments to creating a better world make them indispensable in shaping the sustainable, technologically advanced, and resilient futures in the era of fourth industrial revolutions. We have to obviously accept the new technologies along with some hazards, some problems that create our world very vulnerable. We need to mitigate them, create a infrastructure atmosphere for our world as well. I'm in a short brief. I just try to highlight the key points of why we need more engineers in this era of the modern world. I will try to show you a small clips video to demonstrate the importance of engineers in this real world. Let me share that one. Thank you for watching this presentation. We hope that engineers will work for the betterness and for the keeping the humanities and the change the next world. Thank you.
Thank you so much for Mr. Safaet for give your time. I hope you have a great holiday in Eid Adha. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Okay, and then the next session we will go to the second presenter, Mr. Wibi Ardi Alvianto, as a Director of Student Affairs and Lecturer of Visual Communication Design Department. Yeah, for Mr. Wibi, the time is yours. Thank you.
Satu, tiga, tes. Thank you, Miss Novita. Let me share screen. Okay. Can you see my PPT?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from here, from Indonesia. This is my pleasure. I can share my material about engineer. So this is my PPT. I want to talk about engineer definition, duties, and skills the world needs. So we need to know about what is engineer is. So engineer is like a title that was previously given to engineering graduates, but since in Indonesia, since 1997, the academic title for engineering graduates has been abolished and replaced with ST. ST is Bachelor of Engineering degree. So the engineering profession program is higher education. After the graduate and graduate program, from engineering competence, after passing the professional engineering program, you are entitled to get a professional engineer certificate and record by therefore, it should be noted that digital engineering is no longer used by university and academic degree, but as a professional title. Now, to become an engineer, it's not enough for you to just graduate and get a bachelor's degree in engineering. There are ways that have been regulated in engineering law to obtain this engineering title. Recruitment to join the engineering profession program. To obtain the title of professional engineer, one must graduate from the engineering profession program. While the recruitment to join the engineering profession program are, first, obtain a bachelor degree in engineering or an applied bachelor degree in engineering. Both graduates from domestic and foreign universities that have been equivalent. Second, Bachelor of Engineering Education or Bachelor of Science equivalent, Bachelor of Engineering or Applied Bachelor of Engineering through an equalization program. Follow and meet the standard of engineering profession program. If you have met recruitment above, then you have one more step become an engineering. Next, what you have to do is follow and meet the PPE standards, either through a professional program, study in class and continue with practical work, or through a past learning recognition mechanism determined by your level education and work experience in engineering, and pass the engineering program. After graduating from the engineering profession program, you are entity to get an engineering professional certificate and be required by the field. Currently developing types of engineering. Some of there are civil, structural, mechanical, electrical, chemical, environmental, system, material, computer engineering engineer, and so on. However, broadly speaking, the engineering job is to cover three things. One, creating new technology. Second, social responsibility. And third, develop new solution. First, we want to talk about creating new technology. In a world that is constantly changing, the first job of an engineer is to invent new technologies to solve various problems. Technologies and scientific discoveries have had a significant impact on humans. Some examples of problem engineers have helped solve are helping to solve a lack of clean water, inadequate sanitation, risks of malaria, no access to cheap medicine, and no access to electricity. So the engineer need a creating new technology to solve the problem about anything. And second, social responsibility. The second duty of an engineer is to be responsible for social issues, such as the distribution of wealth, opportunity, and privilege in a society. An engineer has to follow many different engineer codes of conduct or ethics depending on the types of engineer. Some people fear that professional responsibility may also have undermined some ethics such as the safety and welfare of society, the legal obligation of engineer, environmental responsibility, quality, and communication. Engineers should care about social justice as they try to engineer new product and solution to help create a sustainable future for everyone. Third, develop a new solution. The third task of an engineer is to develop new solution. Engineers are tasked with researching the problem and can then develop a new prototype. There are many benefits of a prototype before creating the final product. Some of those benefits helping ensure that the solution does what it is supposed to do, as well as helping to identify and address problems early. Additional, prototyping allows developers to explore other possible solutions and how they will look and function, and prototyping helps developers to estimate costs and time scales and potential skill and resource requirement. This is skill an engineer must have. If you want to be engineer, you need this is skill. Engineer is a broad industry with many aspects and areas to specialize in. Because of this, there are many transferable and universal skills that are usual right across the scope and engineering. This is a eight skill if you want to be engineer. First, up-to-date technical knowledge. Second, communication, leadership, interpersonal, critical reasoning, creative innovation, and attention to detail. Up-to-date technical knowledge. The first skill that an engineer should possess to up-to-date technical knowledge and skill. It is important to have the right educational background to put yourself on the right track, but it's also important to demonstrate how far you've come and how up-to-date technical knowledge since living education. Second, communication. Furthermore, the skill that must be possessed by an engineer is communication. Communication is important for engineers to ensure that every project underway is successful and any issue encountered are resolved quickly and accurately. The next is leadership. One skill that is no less important for an engineer to have is leadership. Having leadership skill is one way to show a company that you have the main qualities in the world of modern engineering and can add value to the company. Interpersonal. As with the last two skill, the ability to identify and influence people as an engineer is important. Collaboration and teamwork are important part of many projects. The ability to put rapport within a team can guarantee the success or failure of many projects. Critical reasoning. Using the knowledge you gain through your education and career means you should have the core understanding necessary to see the wood of tree. Being critical allows you to realize which values are in a work and evaluate which points are important. 6 is you need creativity. The ability to solve problems creatively is key in any profession. And an engineer is no different. Creativity here is needed when problems arise and it is difficult to find solutions to solve them. So it is very important to be able to complete the task in front of you with the creativity that you have. 7, innovation. There will always be a demand to keep making things better, faster, or stronger. So that one of the skills that is important for engineer to have is updating. Having the desire to solve problems should be the main skill that investors strive for. Attention to detail. An equally important skill for an engineer is attention to detail, because accuracy and precision are important attributes that must be considered. In this industry, mistakes can be costly because the slightest miscalculation can have a big impact. Failure to pay attention to the title things can have a big consequence in the term of cost or even health and safety. So we want to talk about civil engineers. Civil engineers are experts in the field of civil engineering. They are responsible for development project related to civil society, such as railroad, bridge, airport, flyover, or water storage. Based on this, it can be seen that this profession is very important profession, and to study it, you must have qualified expertise. Therefore, let's dig deeper into the civil engineer profession, starting from assessment to career paths. Okay. Civil engineer duties. As civil engineer, of course, you have to be able to guarantee the safety of building facilities and infrastructure for the community. Besides that, you also have to be smart in reducing the cost of building and maintaining it. To make things clear, here are the duties of a civil engineer. First, Evaluate the construction site and the surrounding condition. Second, conduct a soil study to ensure the safety of the building. Next, you need ensuring the project can run smoothly by following the application regulation. Minimize the possibility of problem around the design and development. You prepare a budget for the purchase of material and rental of certain equipment. Work on project in collaboration with other experts, such as architecture, contractor, manage permits related to project implementation. Evaluate the impact generated by the building on the environment and the lives of the surrounding community. Skill required civil engineering. As already explained, civil engineers are responsible for development that concern the life many people. Therefore, civil engineers must master certain skills, namely. First, technical understanding. Civil engineers is one of the jobs is in engineering. So it is important for you to master various things related to engineering, including physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology, and computers. You need mathematical skills. While carrying out his duties, civil engineering will touch a lot with mathematical principle. Therefore, to explore this profession, you must understand algebra, calculus, trigonometry, and geometry. And third, project management skill. In a project, civil engineers are trusted to give direction and solve problems. This is what makes you need to have project management skills. In addition, this capability also includes the ability to manage costs, manage human resources, and so on. And four, communication skills. This one skill is needed by a civil engineer because this profession will often deal with client, official, and worker. Through communication skill, you can also explain briefly and clearly technical matter related to development project. And five, critical thinking skills. Critical thinking skill is thinking logical and systematical in making decision or solving exciting problem. This capability is needed by civil engineers to deal with various project problems so that they can be resolved more efficiently. So, the conclusion, first, experts can play a maximum role in the state's plan design, especially in the effort to produce design a plan that can guarantee the realization of a building that is fit for function if is built accordingly with the design plan. Second, expert can play a maximum role in the state's implementation in an effort to find solution to problems that occur during implementation, work that can affect the feasibility of the function from a building. And third, an expert must have a sense of responsibility, great for the tasks given to him, so that he will always try to give the best for what you have assigned to him. Okay, thank you. Thank you for everyone. I give back to Miss Novita. Thank you for everyone.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Wibi. Yeah, for our audience, if you wanna ask question, you can raise your hand or you can write in the room chat. Okay, for first question, this is from audience in the YouTube. For first question, the development of technology and science and technology is very rapid. What is the role of engineers in the 4.0 era? This is question from Miss Kamto. Thank you. Your voice is still mute.
Okay. The development of technology and science and technology is very rapid. What is the role of engineer in the 5.0 era? The engineering profession is known as a problem solver who is considered capable of providing practical solution in solving various problems with the breadth of knowledge he has. With this characteristic, the engineering profession can become one of the main driver of economic growth. Passing the era of the industrial revolution 4.0, the role of engineer is increasingly needed in various fields, especially for the field of industrial engineering, which is required not only to understand the technical side, but also the management side of an industry. Engineers need to keep up with the current mega trends in the field of digital infrastructure and industry, such as low Earth orbit satellites, data center development as the new petrochemical industry, digital twin, and the energy transition from fossil energy to renewable energy, which requires the development of high voltage direct current transmission. In addition, in the current industry era 4.0, engineers are also required to have a high competitiveness to be able to compete global. Engineer competition between ASEAN countries is unavoidable because of the implementation of the ASEAN Economic Community. Therefore, more effort are needed to improve Indonesian engineers, both in terms of the number of human resource and competence. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And the second question and the last question, what is the role of engineer in building the country? Thank you.
Okay. What is the role of engineer in building country? Okay. An engineer may work and design and development, testing, production process, or maintenance. Engineers who work in factories have the role of overseeing the production process, determining the cause of equipment failure, and testing product to maintain quality. Apart from that, an engineer also estimates the time and cost required to complete a project. In sales, a person with an engineering background is responsible for assisting with product planning, installation, and use. In their work, engineers make extensive use of computer as used to design, analyze the design, simulation, and testing machine, structure our system. Engineers also use computer to monitor product quality and maintenance process of efficiency. So that's the job engineers can make the country and building precision. They use computer to monitor. Thank you.
Thank you so much for Mr. Wibi Ardi Alvianto. And then the last speaker, this is from Western Caspian University from Azerbaijan. from Dr. Mursal Nasirov as a senior lecturer at Department of Mechanism and Mathematics. Yeah, for Dr. Mursal, the time is yours. Thank you.
Hello, hello everyone, and I'm glad to greeting you from Azerbaijan. I will share screen my presentation. Okay. Why we need engineers now more than ever? There are several professions that parents very often encourage the children to consider they're either going to be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer. There are good reasons that why these professions are the cream of the crop when it comes to career choices. But these professions are about a lot more than making money or building an amazing career your peers will envy. Trust us when we say the world needs more engineers. Whether you are a mechanical, civil, chemical, or electrical engineer, all such disciplines are looking for competent people who can fill their needs for qualified owner. And considering engineers are the sole reason for the growth of our entire civilization. It's not hyperbole to say we need to constantly replenish their ranks. The world needs engineers because they are not just theoretical thinkers, but also practical achievers. Not only do engineers come up with mind-blowing ideas, but they put their ideas into action by creating prototypes and testing their concepts. They help creatives come up with easy and practical applications for their creative designs. The world need engineers because they are not just theoretical thinkers. Possibly some of you are not certain that you want to study engineering during the next during the next 4 years in college, and may have questions similar to following. Do I really want to study engineering? What is engineering and what to do engineers do? What are some of the areas of specializations in engineering? How many different engineering disciplines are there? Do I want to become a mechanical engineer or chemical engineer or etc.? Or would I be happier becoming an electrical engineer or mechanical engineer? How will I know that I have picked the best field for me? Will the demand for my area of specialization be high when I graduated and beyond that? We also emphasize that the fact that engineers are problem solvers. Good engineers have a firm grasp of the fundamental principles that can be used to solve many different problems. Good engineers are analytical, detail-oriented, and creative. Good engineers have a desire to be lifelong learners. For example, they take continuing education classes, seminars, and workshops, convey their expertise to wide range of clients. Good engineers have time management skills that enable them to work productively and efficiently. Engineers are required to write reports. This report might be lengthy, detailed, and technical, containing for reports, charts, and drawings, or they may take the form brief memory or executive summary. Good engineers actively participate in local and national discipline-specific organization by attending seminars, workshops, and meetings. Many even make presentation at professional meetings. Engineers generally work in a team environment where they consult each other to solve complex problem. Good interpersonal and communicational skills have become increasingly important now because of the global market. Engineers are problem solvers. Successful engineers possess good communication skills and are teams player. They have a good grasp of fundamental physical and mathematics. Engineers apply physical and chemical laws and mathematics to design, develop, test, and supervise the manufacture of millions of products and services. They consider important factors such as sustainability, efficiency, cost, reliability, and safety when designing products. Engineers are dedicated to lifelong learning and service to others. Engineers make products and provide service that make our lives better. To see how engineering contributes to the comfort and the betterment of our everyday lives, tomorrow morning when we get up, just look around more carefully. During the night, your bedroom was kept at the right temperature thanks to some mechanical engineers who designed the heating, air conditioning, and ventilating systems in your home. When you get up in the morning and turn on the lights, be assured that thousands of mechanical and electrical engineers and technicians at power plants and power stations around the country are making certain the flow of electricity remains uninterrupted so that you have enough power to turn the lights on or turn on your TV. The TV you are using to get your morning news was designed by electrical and electronic engineers. There are, of course, engineers from other disciplines involved in creating the final product. For example, manufacturing and industrial engineers. When you are getting ready to take your morning shower, the clean water you about to use is coming to your home thanks to civil and mechanical engineers. Even you, if you live out in the country on a farm, the pump you use to bring water from the well to your home was designed by mechanical and civil engineers. The water could be heated by natural gas that you brought to your home thanks to work and effort of chemical, mechanical, civil, and petroleum engineers. After your morning shower, when you get ready to dry yourself with a towel, think about that types of engineer worked behind the scenes to produce the towel. Yes, the cotton towel was made with the help of agricultural, industrial, manufacturing, chemical, petroleum, civil, and mechanical engineers. Think about the machines that were used to pick the cotton, transport the cotton to factory, clean it, and dye to a pretty color that is pleasing to your eyes. Then other machines were used to weave the fabric and sent to sewing machines that were designed by mechanical engineers. The same is true the clothing you are about to wear. Your clothing may contain some polyester, which was made possibly with the aid of petroleum and chemical engineers. Well, you may say, I can at least sit down and eat my breakfast and now not wonder whether some engineers are about to have some cereal. The milk was kept fresh in your refrigerator thanks to efforts engineers who was investigated alternative refrigerant fluids with refrigerator components and chemical engineers to investigate other environmentally friendly properties that can be used in your refrigerator. Furthermore, electrical engineers designed the control and electrical power units. Now you are ready to get into your car and take the bus to go to school. The car you are about to drive was made possibly material, chemical, and petroleum engineers. So you see there is not much electrical with help and that has not involved the work of engineers. Be proud of the decision you have made to become an engineer. Soon you will become one of those behind the scenes efforts will be taken for granted by millions of people around the world, but you will accept that fact gladly, knowing that you have make people's lives better. Engineers make products and provide services that make our lives better. We are as people regardless of where we live, needs following things: food, clothing, shelter, and water for drinking or cleaning purpose. Engineers apply physical and chemical laws and principal mathematics to design millions of products and services that we use in our everyday lives. Engineers generally work in a team environment where they consult each other to solve complex problems. This complex problem maybe also activities of engineers are quite varied. There are some personality traits and work habits that typify most of today's successful engineers. Following types of engineering as civil engineering. Perhaps civil engineering the oldest discipline, as the name implies. Civil engineering is concerned with providing public infrastructure and service. Civil engineering designs and supervise the construction of buildings, roads, highways, bridges, tunnels, dams, mass transit systems, and airports. The major branches within the civil engineering discipline include structural, environmental, transportation, water resources, and geotechnical. Civil engineers works as consultants, construction supervisors, city engineers, and public utility and transportation engineers. According the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the job outlook for graduates of civil engineering is good because as population grows, more civil engineers are needed to design and supervise the construction of new building, roads and water supply and sewage system. They are also needed to oversee the maintenance and renovation of existing public structures, roads, bridges, and airports, etc. Electrical and electronic engineering is the largest engineering discipline. Electrical engineers design, develop, and test and supervise the manufacturing of electrical equipment, including lighting and for buildings, cars, buses, trains, ships, and aircraft. Power generation and transmission equipment for utility companies, electric motors found in various products, control devices, and radar equipment. The major branches of electric engineering include power generation, power transmission and distribution, and controls. Electronic engineers design computer network hardware, video equipment, as well as measuring instruments, and etc. Growing branches of electronic engineering include computer and communication electronics. The job outlook for electrical and electronic engineers is good because we business and government need faster computers and best communication systems. In summary, we can say that you should have a good understanding of significant role that engineers play in our everyday lives in providing water, food, shelter, and other essential needs. You should have a good idea of common traits and activities of good engineers. Engineers are problem solvers. They must have a good fantasy and problem solve fantasy, and they are good, must be good team players. They consider important factors such as sustainability, efficiency, cost, reliability, and safety when designing products. Engineers are dedicated to lifelong learning and service to others. You should be familiar with the differences among various engineering disciplines and you know that civil, electrical, mechanical engineers represent a large percentage of the total numbers of engineers. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for giving me a chance for participation in this webinar.
Thank you so much for Dr. Mursal. Yeah, and for our audience, if you have any question from the speaker, please add them in the chat or you can raise your hand. Okay, for first question, we have Miss Rajeswari.
Okay, thank you. Am I audible? Kak, bisa dengar ya? Okay.
Yoi.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rajeswari from STEKOM University. I would like to ask one question, but it can be answered by all speakers. Most of all of you mentioned about, explain about civil engineers. Engineering field is a huge field. One of them we can well known as a computer or software engineering field. As a software engineer student, I would like to ask, we are currently have an issue like the cutoff of software engineer employee in multinational company or in most of company cut off their software engineer employee. So there were a lot of software engineer which cut off, and it is caused by the automation, the rising of automation and artificial intelligence, which makes and the machine can learn automatically. So the need of software engineer is decreased. So my questions actually, what is all of you point of view of this current issue? So is that mean that software engineering field will be reduced their necessity or what? Yeah, I think that is my questions. All speakers can give their opinion. Thank you.
Okay, I will answer these questions because I have graduated from civil engineering university, and I am exactly a civil engineer. It is your choice. When you have a choice becoming a civil engineering, you must have many fantasy, many choices, what you need. It's exactly, you must know what you need, which sphere of engineers you will choose, which choice you want, what your interest. This is exactly you must know before your choice becoming an engineer, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronical engineer. Your knowledge will becoming developing in this sphere. Okay.
Okay. I think it's not really in the choice method, sir, but see, if the necessity of a particular field is not necessarily needed in a market or in society, so what is the use for that field? So even though we choose because of our passion, but there is no what is to say, there is no opportunity to grow. So how? That is my questions. Yeah.
My choice was producing furniture engineering, technological engineering, and it's my interest. Okay.
Okay.
I will choose this choice before 25 years ago, and I'm happy for my choice and become an engineer in producing furniture. It's my interest, interest for design furniture, for producing furniture, and etc. Okay, and you must know which sphere you wanna develop your interests.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your answering, sir. Ms. Novita, I think I would like to hear from another speaker's opinion. May I? Could you please pass my questions to another speaker?
Untuk Safaet Hossainnya udah tiada karena hari ini libur.
Okay. So
ya hanya tersisa Dr. Mursal aja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is fine. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. And then remove pin. Okay, and the next question, this is question from audience. For first question, many people are argue like 55 to 15 years and over technology is something that is difficult for them to learn because nowadays technology is something that goes hand in hand with human life. The question is, how do we as the younger generation want to teach technology to the older generation? Do we should give them understanding of technology or should we just help them if need? This is question for Dr. Mursal from Miss Febriana. Thank you. Dr. Mursal.
Yes. I will disconnect for more time and sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, for the next question, I'm ready. Read in the room chat the first question from Miss Febriana.
Okay. Many people like our technology is something that difficult for them. No, I don't think that age border to knowledge for learning. Okay, and I think it's some of specialty of a man who wants to learn. If you want to learn any technology, techniques, and etc., you must learn it for your job or for your interest, etc. Okay, and it's not a problem for learning or developing your skills for younger or old generation, and I don't think that.
Okay, thank you for answering. And then the next question, this is from Mr. Kasyadi. How will we increase the electrical and electronic engineering for teenager in this era?
Yes, you can learn electrical or electronic engineering in universities, in college, and university and college have more professional specialists for study these areas of engineering. It's okay.
Okay, thank you for answering. I think we don't have number question again. Oh, we have question from Miss Azet. Yeah, for Miss Azeda, the time is yours. Thank you. Your voice still mute.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear my voice now?
Yes.
Am I audible now? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for time and thank you for your presentation, sir. My name is Azida. Actually, that's great, and I got some new things by the material that you presented in the last time. But I have a question about innovation solution. That is the specific role. So, what is it? What the specific role and contribution that can engineers play in developing and implementing cutting edge technologies and such as AI, like artificial intelligence and renewable energy to drive progress and innovative solution across various fields of life. That.
Okay. If you will choose material engineering, you must know chemical, physical structures of materials, and this big area for you. And you must have choose what material you will learn. Okay. This may be stone. This may be wood, or other structural materials, or nanotechnology. Maybe you must learn. It's a big area for engineering, but you can learn some little spaces for this learning.
So the specific details we need to know about that all first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for Miss Azeda. Okay, I think we don't have number question again from audience. Before I close this event, we will take a picture. So everyone, please open your camera. We will take a picture for documentation. Ya, bagi para peserta bisa dinyalakan terlebih dahulu untuk kameranya. Okay, let's take a picture. I will take a picture on the count of 3.
You can send us this picture. You
Yeah,
can send us this picture. Okay.
Yeah, I will. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your keen cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of webinar today. We would like to say thanks again to all speakers for the wonderful information. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for our audience. And I hope we can meet again at another event in the future. Also, I would like to thanks for all participants for attending this webinar and making this event more interesting. At last, we have to have more collaboration in the future. The webinar for today and here, we hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day for Dr. Mursal, Dr. Safaet, and Wibi. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Mbak Feb, jangan di Ya, thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Ya, bagi para peserta bisa absen terlebih dahulu lalu meninggalkan acara. Ya, selamat sore. Sampai berjumpa lagi besok.